What's going on, you guys? This is Sanchez. This is Q&A number 2. Let's do it. First question comes from Magic Toaster, and he asks, do you think Lael will make the Pro Bowl this season? And my answer is yes. With the second year, him coming in, beating out Ron Leary, he will make the Pro Bowl. Probably all our guys except Doug Free will make the Pro Bowl. So, dominant offensive line. Always going to the Pro Bowl, and the Pro Bowl is actually going to be AFC versus NFC, the traditional Pro Bowl stuff. So it might be a little bit harder for him to make it, but he'll make it. Second question comes from Devin Garcia, and he asks, since the Cowboys drafted Jaylon Smith this year, does that affect Rolando McClain's future with the Cowboys, seeing as they both play the same position and McClain's contract is only a one-year deal? Yes, McClain is on his third one-year deal. Yes, it does affect him. The Cowboys trust McClain as far as they can throw him. He's already missing the second consecutive week of OTAs due to a family matter. That's been going on for for the 3 years that he's been with the Cowboys. There's something that occurs with him every year. And with the Cowboys picking Jaylon Smith up in the second round in this year's draft, clearly they see potential in Jaylon Smith to take that middle linebacker position. Yes, Devin, I do believe that it affects Rolando McClain's future with the Cowboys. Next question comes from Magic Toaster, and he asked, who will be our backup quarterback when the season starts? And that, Magic, is a pretty good question. They have tremendous trust in Kellen Moore. They obviously drafted Dak Prescott. Jamal Showers is, from what I've been hearing, is looking really good. Jamal Showers, and he is the fourth quarterback right now. He's not getting many reps. Scott Linehan said that he will get more reps during training camp, but they do have trust in Kellen Moore. If they feel like Kellen Moore can't do it, maybe after the second preseason game, they'll probably make a move and get somebody. Of course, they might wait until, the fourth preseason game when all those cuts to get to the 53-man roster happen, and they could pick somebody up then. I can tell you who the third string is going to be, and that's going to be Dak Prescott. Next question comes from Zane Reed, and he says, do you think Anthony Hitchens will be a starter this season? Let's see. If he plays the strong side, then yeah, he'll be a starter. But if he's behind Sean Lee over there, then no, he'll be second string. But we still have Mark Nasasha. We still have Damian Wilson that could play that strong side over there. The chances of him being a starter are very slim. Just because of the depth that we have at linebacker, and Mark Nasasha could play that strong side. So to answer your question, in my opinion, it'll be hard for him to start, so I don't think that he will start. Next question comes from Christopher Corbett, and he asked, what % of touches per back do you think Elliott, McFadden, Morris, and Lance Dunbar will have? I don't think McFadden's going to be on the team this year, and that's just my honest opinion. I see Ezekiel Elliott carrying the load like 80% of the time. 20% gets split out between Morris, Darius Jackson, and Lance Dunbar. Darius Jackson was their 6th-round pick right after Rico Gathers. That kid is freaking explosive. He's huge. McFadden has to prove something this year in order for me to think that he's going to be on the team. But Ezekiel Elliott, 80% of the touches, 20% split between Darius Jackson, Lance Dunbar, and Alfred the Butler Morris. Next question comes from DC Fan 99, and he asked, who would you rather have as a son, Bin Laden or Adolf Hitler? You, DC Fan 99, I want you as my son. You. Next question comes from Magic again. He says, do you see Brice Butler maybe being the number 4 receiver instead of Devin Street? If Brice Butler can pick it up and use that big body, I can see him beating out Terrence Williams. And that would make him the number 2 wide receiver. But yes, Devin Street is hitting the street because of Brice Butler and Lucky Whitehead. Look for somebody else. But Devin Street, he probably won't be on the team this year, unless he really steps it up. Good question. Next question comes from Devin Garcia, and he says, How do you see Morris Claiborne and Brandon Carr panning out this upcoming season? Will they re-sign with the Cowboys? After this year, I don't think Brandon Carr will re-sign with the Cowboys. He just took a pay cut to stay, and the reason why he did that was because he has charity events down in Dallas, in the metro area. He had to take that pay cut to stay for those charities, and his kids, he already said his kids like the schools. But I think he'll prepare himself to leave. I don't think he'll stay with the Cowboys. It's been 5 years of just abuse from fans, and I don't see him staying. Morris Claiborne, if he has a really, really good year, the market could be a little bit more tough to sign him. That's all depending on if he has a good year. He had a better year last year, even though he hurt his hamstring and stuff. But I see him maybe re-signing. It all depends on how his year is. But Brandon Carr is a big no. I don't see him coming back as a Cowboy. He just took that pay cut. And I think the Cowboys want to move on from that. Last question comes from Jay Deuce, and he asked, when will the Dallas Cowboys fire its quarterback coach? And that is a very, 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 very good question, Jay. And me and you talked in the comments section. I was going to do a video on that, just got kind of busy. And I really just been busy all week. But yes, Wade Wilson, he should have been fired after this year. Like you said, he couldn't coach Kellen Moore, Matt Castle, Brandon Weeden. Brandon Weeden, the biggest fail. You invested 2 years and you fire him after you traded from the Buffalo Bills to get Matt Castle. Matt Castle just drowned it the whole time. The only team he beat was the Redskins, and the reason why he beat the Redskins was because of Deshaun Jackson fumbling the punt return. And then, of course, Kellen Moore, he slinged it, and I think it goes off 2 people, 3 people. I think it goes off Coach Jason Garrett. I think it goes off offensive coordinator Scott Linehan, and it does go off Coach Wade Wilson. They should have fired him after this year, get somebody else in. Clearly, the offense is just built around Tony Romo, and so whenever you have Tony Romo go down, this is the product that you get. Cowboys have a horrible record without Tony Romo after John Kitna left. John Kitna won a couple of games when Tony Romo went down that year. It's just the offense is just a Tony Romo family offense, and so like Kellen Moore's arm strength is about just like mine. I think we can throw the same distance. He's not a mobile quarterback. Brandon Weeden wasn't a mobile quarterback. Castle was a semi-mobile quarterback, but it's just the offense is built for Romo. Romo's been in it for 14 years, with Jason Garrett and stuff. So, but yes, I do agree with you. He should have been fired. He should have been fired after this year. If, God forbid, Romo goes down again and something was to happen, I think the whole coaching staff is gone, and that's including Jason Garrett, and we'll get a whole new coaching staff in, and that could make Romo's career maybe a little shorter because he has to know a new offense and stuff. So a lot of it boils down with this 1 year, and because if Romo's healthy, Romo's going to ball out. But I think, if we get a whole new coaching change, that's going to cut Tony Romo's career. But I don't know. Well, he should have been fired. To answer your question, he should have been fired after this year. Because we went through Brandon Weeden, Matt Castle, Kellen Moore. I'm surprised Jameer Showers didn't start a game. Thank you so much, guys, for submitting your questions down there. Let's get these off-season videos of mine going. Let's talk Cowboy football. Make sure you comment so we can always have a good conversation in the comment section. And thank you. We're 7 subscribers away from 300, and that's just mind-blowing to me. I love it. That means we're 7 away from 300 Cowboy fans talking Cowboy football, and there's nothing better than that. And it's Dallas Cowboy football news, Cowboy Nation. Peace.